So for step number three now, we need to take a look at our pictures. So again, what do the pictures look like? What might it sound like in those pictures? And what might it feel like in the past and then looking into the future? So what I've done is I've created a new table for you. So we had the Venn diagram, which does a really good job of comparing. The only problem with that Venn diagram is it's an image, and when we're using Google Docs, you can't type in an image. So I've had to convert it over to a table, which will sort of do the same thing. On this side here, for image number one, you want to write down what you see that might be different from image two, and then in image two, what might be different goes over here. And then things you see that are the same would go in the middle. So if we go back up and take a look at these pictures, looking from this to here, something that's different here, as you'll notice, is that the hydro lines, they run down the side of the street. So again, something different. So I would put down hydro lines, or power lines in this case, so it's your electricity, right? So power lines, right, are on the street. Okay, that means for image number two, they aren't there, so now your power lines are underground. Okay, there are lampposts in number two, but those lampposts don't have any lines running from them. So you can see how you're in the process now of comparing one thing to the other. You could say something that's different here, as you notice the streets are cobblestone. Okay, so you've got cobblestone streets. And then over here, what you have are paved streets. Okay, then looking, let's say, for some things that are the same. In both cases, now things have changed quite a bit, so this is a really tough one. You could probably say the one thing that's perhaps stayed the same between both of these is the fact that there's still sidewalks and that people are able to travel on foot. Okay, because the two picture situation has changed dramatically. So there's sidewalks, which means you can travel on foot. All right, so those would be some things that are the same. So you want to keep going through step number three here, looking at both pictures and noticing what's different. So even the street layout's a bit different. You got cars here, no cars here. You got wagons here. There's an old tramway at that point in time. There's no longer a tram in Ottawa. Ottawa doesn't have any tram situation. They have a light rail that's coming in, but it doesn't run down here. You'll notice that the buildings have changed dramatically, whether they've been torn down or new buildings have been added. So there's lots that's different in these pictures. The challenge is more in terms of finding things that are the same. So that's the process for step number three in terms of analyzing the two pictures.